myself with my new tarot deck that I had received. And the goal of this spread that I'm doing, more like a uniformed picking of cards into like a straight line, but you know, but the reason I'm doing this is because I keep being told that I need to hone my skills in my craft, or not specifically tarot, but with my spell work, with my premonitions, with my things like that. And the cards keep telling me that if I want to be able to really be at my peak, I need to hone my abilities. And I'm starting to see that slowly but surely I am learning more, and I eventually hope to be able to access knowledge that is not typically accessible to the average person. Anyhow, I just received the death card upright. The death card upright. And this card, even though it does look a little scary, this card represents transformation, more or less the end of one journey and the start of another. Which makes sense because I asked, or it was the first ask, that is a good opening card to the following. And you can see me ask my next question, which is, do you know of any way that I can start to build my goals? Any kind of hint? Building towards my goals? Any kind of hint in these cards that I can use as stepping stones to the right direction? Now that you are all mixed up, let me get you uniformed. I don't want to look at your cards because unless you have picked them, that is your right to choose exactly what you want without being one card, please. As a symbol of advice you have, as a stepping stone to the right direction. A stepping stone to the right direction. A stepping stone to the right direction. Please. A singular card. I should have got my mirror so I could be scrying while I did this. But instead I'll just try and enter a trance. Please. A singular card. A singular Six shows that past financial problems have been resolved. You can afford a charitable gap because your income is steady and your security is stable. A balanced position concerning income and outflow. You are using your prosperity to help others. Because the sixes represent give and take, this card can indicate business partnership or shared financial responsibility. From my interpretation of this, I feel like this is essentially saying that I have attained some knowledge. I mean, maybe I'm being a little humble because it's saying that I have enough knowledge. Of course, it's talking about material things and like money, but if I was to apply this to what I asked, that would be the interpretation. That I have the knowledge in me that I use to help other people. But maybe that's all I need. Do I not have to? Or I'm not sure. Should I seek out a coven type of thing so I can have people who know something about anything besides having me do this alone? Is that the right thing to do? Because I have Discord. I have messaged someone on TikTok actually who was thinking the way that I do, behaving the way that I do, and seeing or interacting with the things that I do. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not alone. And I'm not crazy. Unless we're both crazy in like the same way, which is crazy. The Emperor, the Emperor, the Emperor, the Emperor, the Emperor, upright. I've been getting a lot of uprights. The Emperor upright is an indication that you are involved with the established order or with someone who represents the establishment. You may have a need to identify with a powerful group, whether religious, ideological, intellectual, economic, or political, to be one of them. Or you may be associated with someone else who has this need. I believe that is a yes. You may have the need. You may have the need. Talk about a play on word. Or not a play on word, but like conflicting sentence, I guess. You may have a need. I hope the traffic is pleasant and not unpleasant. Anyway, I believe that is a yes. So, that begs the question. How do I get involved in a coven? I mean, it's 2024. I mean, it's gotta be easy to find, right? Because like I think about how when witches had always, or not always, but usually found covens, like back in the day. And I'm like, how did y'all know about each other? Like, what happened? I mean, I guess it makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So coven. Do you, by any chance, have any insight as to what having a coven would achieve for me? What would be the positive of me joining a coven? Do you have anything that you can tell me, share with me? Anything at all? Anything at all? Anything at all? This felt pretty deliberate. I got the Sun and Knight of Cups. I usually don't pick cards that fall at the same time because the general rule that I try and upkeep is if they fall at the same time, then they are going to be discarded. However, I felt like those cards in particular were chosen to fall out. So, the star reversed said that you are seeking your own path in a private way without regard for the outside world and its benefits. You may be feeling alone, withdrawn, even resentful of outer obligations at this time because your inner need is great. You may have recently experienced some disappointment. This might have brought on a mood of pessimism that has caused you to turn inward for comfort. This is a necessary step. You need pair time, including silence and solitude, to attune yourself with your inner needs. When you do, you need to begin to re-energize yourself in concert with who you truly are. Okay. And Knight of Cups. And I assuming that the Knight of Cups is a clarifier or an addition simply to the Sun. I feel like the reading for the Sun reversed is pretty accurate as it stands there because for a bit I was pretty withdrawn, and I guess it's saying that if I join a coven, that feeling of being withdrawn might be lessened because I would have people there who are like me. Okay. Knight of Cups reversed. The message you hope for has been delayed or may never arrive. The relationship you yearn or may be based on deceit or superficiality on the other person's side. You may be obsessing about someone who really doesn't care that much about you and who would never make a commitment, even if he has led you to believe he is insincere. This person is fickle, extrovert, responds to love of an elite school of romance. Okay. I think think this is trying to tell me that I think this card represents me. I'm trying to just piece it together in my head. So I feel like I have been kind of stuck in a position where I've been stuck in the position in which I have been obsessing not over a singular person, but obsessing over people in general, because I have this feeling of not belonging. And I mean, that goes together pretty well with these. I think this represents me, because whenever I get preoccupied and obsessed with what people think or how they act when they're around me, I tend to bend over backwards for them to try and, I guess, be the person that they would like me to be. And I think that this is just trying to tell me that I should join a coven, because I am, or I was, in a time of rest, and I was also in a time of just obsession and compulsion to not be who I am at the core. And with the previous cards, I believe it's saying that it would just be overall a good thing. And I agree. So, time to start looking for a coven.